Hi, welcome to our channel Check Globe. Today we'll talk about our power to fight climate change and where to find inspiration. Let's get started. And when you're talking to other people about climate change, do you see any differences how it was, let's say, 20 years ago and now? Are they more responsible?
Exactly. In general, the level of information, because people are informed, you can see in media, it's really increasing. Because it's a general trend of our society. Could you imagine you are a young girl, but 20, 30, 40 years ago, computers, nobody knew it. And now everybody is using the smartphone, etc., etc. It means that in general, the level of education of society is increased, and the same is on the level of information about the global changes. In this way, I am a little bit optimistic.
And what do you think we can do, not as individuals, but as a whole society, to do better regarding climate change?
I think that it's mainly strongly dependent of our ability to accept that we are here, that we are responsible, we are not the end user of the planet, but we are as a farmer. Our responsibility is to be cultivated our life, and it means I think that in this way it's a really very important change which must be done, that everybody will feel that is responsible for the planet Earth. My favorite book from my innocence time is the book Small Duke. And in this book, he is speaking with and they will say, do you know, what about the relation of your planet? Please keep in your mind, each morning, the first take care about you and they care about your planet. And I think that it's, in these two sentences, is everything. Take care about you and your planet, because if you will be okay, planet will be okay. If planet will be okay, you will be okay. And I still believe that we as our society, as the civilization, have the power to do it. Of course, it will be maybe a little bit long-term process, but I believe that it will be, because we have no alternative. We have really no alternative.
Could you recommend any books or websites where we can find something interesting or more information about this topic?
As I told you, that I am now very impressed from this book of David Attenborough. It's really fantastic description and fantastic ideas. It's a lot of books, a lot of media programs about it. It means that I cannot to tell you this book is the best. It's a lot of information. Please, on the internet, it's really possible to obtain lot of information. And what is very important? Please take time during your weekend and go out of city to see the nature, to see the birds, to hear the birds, to see the flowers. I think that it's a very good book for you. You will see how the system is complicated, how the system is interconnected, and what about your role about this. It's very nice thinking about it. For example, my personal hobby is ornithology. And unfortunately this year, I really, objectively must say, it's significant decrease of number of the birds. Why? No, because there are significant negative changes in the amount of insects in the nature. And you ask, oh God, maybe that next year it will be better, but still, this it's to observe the nature, to observe society, or vice versa. You go to the shopping center, and you will see. I think that's are perfect books for you. Perfect information, perfect source of what about. I know that I cannot believe that everybody will be poor nature people, men, and to take, protect, and shopping is it's society is mosaic, you know. But still, I think that sometimes to make this, it's very, very, very important, because sometimes you can see, oh God, it's not possible that the people are not thinking. But on other side, I am so happy when I see this example, how the people are trying to be friendly to environment, to have a responsibility for the future, etc. But still, I am optimistic. I'm believing in our civilization, that we will be friendly and that we will be able to solve. Because it's, war is incredible bad thing. But I think that the global changes are a really extremely important phenomenon over everything.
You mentioned that sometimes you get really frustrated when people doing stupid things, and it's a general feeling, I think, because nowadays when we read the articles and see, oh, the situation is getting worse and worse, and it's very depressing. So what do you think we can do to stay strong and keep up with the goals and be optimistic?
I absolutely agree with you, but maybe that one possible solution is to really yourself responsibility, yourself thinking how you are acting. Because now you are only you, Daria. Maybe that next week there will be 5 years which are thinking and doing as you, and over next year it will be whole city. In this way we must be optimistic. Of course, and it's very important new role of the so-called celebrities. For example, when I remember this famous actor Leonardo DiCaprio, how important is your action that he's saying, please keep the green band. The same on the level of Czech Republic, for example, Ondřej Vetký. These people are very, very important, because our society is really listening. It means that responsibility of the people, responsibility of scientists, responsibility of the politician. And unfortunately, it's a very weak point, this responsibility of politicians. Seriously, it's not that but I have my personal experiences that in this way, this is not so good as I was expecting.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.